painter, she's a singer, writer, you name it, she does it. And one of the beautiful things about Gloria is that she supports everything I do. Now, we met a little while back, and we're not going to say how long back, but you've always been such an inspiration for me. And with your singing and your painting and everything, and I'm just so amazed. I wish I could paint or do a little thing, but you are just so incredible. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, now you see, a person who wants to do an interview, you're such a lead-in that there's no lack of words, you know? But I have a lack of words. Because, for example, we're sitting here in front of some paintings I painted. I didn't know a few years ago that I had any ability in that direction at all.
Wow.
I was sitting in a senior center thinking, past this age, Gloria, there isn't much you can do anymore. And just around then, the lady came by who was in charge of activities with the senior center, and she said, would anyone like to paint? I said, what on earth is she talking about? I never picked up a brush, a paintbrush, a pencil, nothing. And then I looked around at the other senior citizens around the table, and they were nodding off to sleep, so I figured it was better than going to sleep.
Look at you.
That was the beginning.
That's amazing. And you had never painted in your life?
No, I hadn't. And so she brought out this picture of this big, shiny car and said, paint that. Paint that? What's she talking about? You just can't just paint that. And I looked at it, and for the first time I really looked at something closely. And I realized that this beautiful Cadillac, shiny Cadillac, was just a matter of lines and curves. And I said, well, let me see if I can just copy what I see. And for the first time in my life, I actually paid attention.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I did this Cadillac, and it looked like it was going to run right off the page. I said, my gosh. So I started from there, and I did few flowers, a few things that most people do. And it was flowing off in my brush.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about what's this one with you got the horses. Yeah.
I always wanted to. I always thought horses were very romantic figures, and I wanted to do a horse, but where was I going to find out how you draw a horse? So I went to a bookstore. I had used books, and I found a book on horses, all different shapes, are doing all different things with their bodies.
Right.
And so I sat down and I sketched out a couple here and there until I finally got just the right shape for all the different horses I wanted. And at the time I was doing this painting, I was attending an art history class of the Fauves. And the Fauves were painters who used ridiculous colors, odd sizes and shapes for the things they did. And I said, what I'll do is I'll paint the horses red. and the grass was this lovely blue shade.
That's amazing.
And I just started from there. Now this is not a landscape. It's just a stylized painting of horses. But I was very pleased with it.
I love it. I love it. And then you have this one.
Well, when my daughter was saying, "You paint, Mom?" I said, "Okay." She said, "Well, I have some things I'd like you to paint." Let's see, we have to get rid of your head.
Get out of the way.
Oh, yeah. She said, now I was thinking about a picture of a little yellow bird singing his heart out in the midst of a storm.
Oh.
And so unafraid. And I said, oh, that sounds like the 23rd Psalm.
Wow.
Let me paint the 23rd Psalm.
That's amazing.
So, the thing that tickled me on this one, by this time I had decided to go to school and study a little painting. And the teacher held this one up and said, well, you know, that's a good painting. She said, but that thing you have around the bird, you know? I said, she says, that's a little too bright, that shining thing. She says, can you tone that down? I said, we can't tone that down. He's an anointed bird.
Oh, I love it.
So I kept my anointed bird, and everybody else turned up their nose a little bit.
Ah, and it's a singing bird.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know that you have a beautiful voice, and I want you to share with everybody that beautiful voice, maybe a verse of a spiritual of some kind.
They're like, you're just like that, huh?
Oh,
Well,
I put
that's
you on the
all right,
spot.
Yeah.
Oh, I've known you for a long time, so I figured I'd just do that.
Well, I'll get to you later.
Oh.
But, yeah, what could I sing that's a spiritual? My Lord, what a morning. My Lord, what a morning. Oh, my Lord, what a morning. When the stars begin to fall. When the stars begin to fall.
Oh, Gloria,
What a
your voice is so
morning.
beautiful.
Good morning.
The paintings and everything. And Gloria, I gotta tell you, it's something about you. You always, supported me, encouraged me to do all this stuff. Recently invested in me, giving me this computer and whatnot. And I just want to know something, I don't know if I shared with you, is that I felt led really to pray for a friend. And as I was walking to your place, I noticed that there was a $100 bill on the ground. And somehow you are just truly a blessing.
It wasn't my $100. Continue.
Oh, I just love it. I just love it. And I even talk about you in my show. And incidentally, you were living right across the way from the theater where we played for 7 months. And you were able to come out and see as the show was nominated for are being considered for nomination for the NAACP Awards. So now people have gotten to see your paintings. They've got to know a little bit about Gloria. But Gloria, I want to bring you back because there's so much you have to share. You didn't go into your radio stuff that you did. Oh, it's so much stuff that you didn't get to share with us on this
Back in the
time.
good old days.
But you know what, Gloria? Thank you for kicking it with PhiL. We love you. Everybody, this is Gloria.
Hello.
We'll see you later. Thank you.